Boom. So last night, I went to go check out one of the longest living rivalries in the BCL. For y'all that don't know what the BCL is, the Baltimore Catholic League. St. Francis Academy versus Mount St. Joe. This has always been a premier game. No matter what the records are from both teams, when they match up, it's war. And specifically last year, Mount St. Joe bumped St. Francis out of the BCL tournament with a buzzer beater by BJ Ransom. And that was followed by a D-Generation X suck it from Coach Clatchy. Very viral moment, and I know St. Francis did not forget about that. So though St. Francis Academy just came from beating the #1 team in the nation, I didn't think this game was going to be a blowout. I knew it was up and it was stuck. Well, getting to the game itself, it was neck and neck from the gate. Multiple lead changes, also different guys getting off. The new leaders of St. Francis Academy, Carter Fisk and Terrence Jones, are a terror in that backcourt. But Mount St. Joe got a young, promising star in Chauncey Word, as well as Aaron Early. They got a late transfer from Gonzaga, who I believe is a really good fit for the team, and Chauncey Word's little brother, who's actually a lot bigger than him, but easily the #1 freshman to look out for. So they were not backing down, though that they knew St. Francis had a ton of momentum. And the score reflected it. I think the most that St. Francis went up was like 7, and then one of the young guys would get a quick bucket to shift the momentum. Carter Fisk did a great job getting his shot off, and Terrence Jones was attacking the basket like a bat out of hell. The leader on offense for Mount St. Joe easily was Chauncey Word. He got some contributions from Aaron Early and BJ Ranson, but that kid was taking the big shots when it mattered. Coming down to the end of the third quarter, this game was nearly tied. 41-42. What Terrence Jones gonna do? Knock down a 3 to extend the lead right before the third period ends. So when the fourth quarter hit and Mount St. Joe find themselves down by 5, BJ Ranson gets the itch to try to find a rhythm to keep his team in the game. But the 50-50 balls, and I'm gonna just say the size of St. Francis, started to really matter because guys around the rim were just stumbling upon rebounds and putting it back up. And St. Francis made Chauncey Word work a lot harder for his buckets. That kid started raining threes and really bringing them back. But St. Francis had an answer for everything. It was getting late and somebody had to win. Problem was, the score was tied. And no matter how unorthodox the buckets were, both teams were scoring. So they ended up going into overtime. And my camera died, but thank God I had another camera. As I'm changing it, the transfer from Delaware hits a 3 in overtime, followed by an easy bucket by the big, and that sealed the deal. St. Francis beat Mount St. Joe.